No matter how crazy or dangerous a diet sounds, there will always be people who are desperate enough to give it a try. Here are 10 of the most extreme dieting methods you never knew existed. You'll soon find out that vanity feels no pain. Number 10. The tapeworm diet. One of the more extreme diet fads ever conceived is the tapeworm diet, which consists of ingesting a pill or receiving an injection with tapeworm cysts. It is illegal to obtain cysts in the United States, but is still available in Mexico. Tapeworm cysts are harvested from recently slaughtered cows. Once the cyst is ingested, the worm hatches and grows in the host's intestinal tract, where it feeds off the food that the host eats. What makes it so appealing is that because the tapeworm feeds off the calories you eat, you can eat whatever you want and as much as you want and still lose weight. A person with a tapeworm can lose as much as 1 to 2 pounds per week. Once the host has reached the desired weight, another pill must be taken to kill the parasite and pass it, which can be as long as 15 feet. While it sounds like the perfect diet, doctors say keeping a tapeworm in your body is very dangerous. Tapeworms compete with your body for vital nutrients, which can lead to a deficiency or anemia. Certain species can lay eggs and spread to the lungs, eyes, and even the brain. Number 9. The cigarette diet. Prior to the 1920s, smoking was largely a male pastime and was thought of as a taboo act for women to participate in. During the 19th century, smoking and cigarettes were commonly associated with loose morals and sexual promiscuity. Despite the fact that smoking is broadly condemned by medical experts for its endless negative consequences, nicotine might be a craving suppressant. Nicotine could diminish hunger and impact a person's dietary patterns. The fad became popular in the 1920s when the president of the American Tobacco Company, Percival Hill, saw the potential in offering cigarettes as a hunger suppressant, with the goal that ladies could achieve tiny waists and slim figures. One of the most famous campaigns, the Reach for a Lucky campaign, told women to smoke when they felt hungry. The cigarette diet is still used among people in the modeling industry today to stay slim. The science behind it is that if you suppress your appetite, then your body will begin to feed off of its source of sugars and fats. Depending on how much you smoke, you could lose a significant amount of weight, but at what cost? Number 8. The ice cream diet. According to Prevention magazine, ice cream may help you lose weight. The magazine says that if you eat healthy meals throughout the day, you can have up to 1.5 cups of ice cream per day. The belief is that indulging in ice cream once a day may help keep dieters from getting cravings while following an otherwise healthy eating plan. Ice cream is also high in calcium, and according to recent studies, calcium also helps people lose weight. When your body doesn't get enough calcium, it triggers fat cells to store fat and grow larger. When you burn more calories than you take in, your body starts to burn stored calories, causing weight loss. Number 7. The Sleeping Beauty diet. The next diet doesn't require you to change your eating habits, but instead your sleeping patterns. Most famously adopted by the late singer Elvis Presley, the diet's premise is, if you're sleeping, then you aren't eating. Advocates of the Sleeping Beauty diet claim that sleeping regulates your metabolism and improves weight loss. There are 2 approaches to this diet. One is to try and sleep as much as possible and eat less. The other approach is to utilize tranquilizers to sleep for a considerable length of time, up to 20 hours or days on end. But lack of sleep affects the brain and overall mental health. The negative effects of forcing yourself to sleep for long periods of time are headaches, hallucinations, loss of balance, impaired speech, mood swings, and the inability to get a natural night's sleep. Number 6. The cotton ball diet. The next diet has been popular in the modeling business for decades. It involves consuming up to 5 cotton balls soaked in lemonade, orange juice, or smoothies to quell hunger pains. The idea is that if you eat the cotton balls before a meal, you will feel full and eat less. Doctors agree this is a very dangerous method, since cotton balls are not made of pure cotton, but bleached polyester that contain several different chemicals. The body cannot digest these materials, and they may get trapped in the intestines, creating a lethal blockage. The trend is catching on with teenage girls ages 9 through 16 and is spread in videos on YouTube. Consuming cotton balls is considered an eating disorder by many medical professionals, and like all eating disorders, it stems from dissatisfaction with body image. Number 5. The baby food diet. One of the more popular diet fads that celebrities swear by is the baby food diet. The diet calls for eating 14 jars of baby food throughout the day and having a normal dinner at night. The small jars force portion control and calorie intake. It is used mainly as a way to keep pounds off that a person already lost. People who have tried it say the taste takes some getting used to, but any flavor can be used. Most baby food is vegetarian and gluten-free, but lacks protein and fibers, but these can be replaced with supplements. Baby food is cheaper than most diet plans, and there is no preparation time. As it stands, the baby food diet is the safest and healthiest diet on this list. Number 4. The Grahamite diet. In the 1830s, Americans were becoming more conscious of what they were eating. Sylvester Graham, founder of the diet reform, developed a system of healthy living that forbade alcohol and overly processed food. Graham pushed for moderation in all areas of daily life, including sexual urges. Graham and his supporters believed that there was a connection between diet, health, and morality. They saw the human body as a system that needed to be kept in balance in order for a person to maintain physical and spiritual well-being. Graham believed that sexual urges were caused by what you ate. Eating meat and fat was associated with sexual desires and masturbation, which led to, as he believed, epilepsy and blindness. Instead, Graham advocated a high-fiber and vegetarian diet. Graham's supporters built boarding houses in different urban communities throughout the nation, where Grahamites could lodge and take their dinners while traveling. They also opened stores to supply only healthy, pure foods. In the 1840s, Oberlin College adopted the diet and forced it on the entire student population. One of Graham's contributions that still lives on today is the plain wheat cracker that was a staple of his diet. Number 3. The Air diet. Made popular by a Dolce & Gabbana campaign, which featured Madonna and other celebrities holding food up to their mouths. The Air diet is a diet in which the only thing you consume is water, salt soup, and air. On the diet, one can put food on their plate, cut it, smell it, hold it to their mouth, and pretend to eat it, but not actually putting it in their mouth. The idea is to trick your brain into thinking that you are actually eating. The diet may sound strange, but it is akin to starvation. Subsisting on only water and salt will eventually deprive your body of many nutrients and protein and cause loss of muscle mass. Number 2. The Last Chance diet. Developed by Dr. Roger Lynn in the 1970s and a precursor to the low-calorie diet, the Last Chance diet is a starvation diet where subscribers were told to consume nothing but a special protein drink that contained 400 calories per serving. The protein in the drinks was made of a low-quality collagen made from slaughterhouse leftovers, including hooves, bones, and horns. Since dieters are not to consume anything else other than the protein drink, they deprived their bodies of vital nutrients. After rapid weight loss, some dieters experienced abnormal heart rhythms from the shrinkage of their heart muscle and electrolyte imbalances. In the end, the Last Chance diet was responsible for nearly 60 deaths. Number 1. Anorexia. There is a fine line between a diet and an eating disorder, and it can be difficult for someone vulnerable to eating disorders to see that they have a problem. Not all diets lead to disorders, but 80 to 90% of eating disorders begin as diets but never end. The National Association of Anorexia Nervosa and Associated Disorders say that 3% of the population has anorexia or some form of eating disorder. As with most eating disorders, the person becomes obsessed with their self-image and is never satisfied with how they look, leading them to continue their dangerous habits. Unlike the guilt one feels when cheating on their diets, people with anorexia feel fear and disgust. Over time, a person's self-esteem and outlook on life become dependent on weight and appearance. When that happens, nothing else matters except their self-image.
In July of 1913, a photograph was taken showing a Mongolian woman imprisoned in a wooden crate in a remote part of the desert. It is believed that she had been sentenced to death. In the photograph, the woman is seen with her head and one of her arms reaching out through the crate's porthole.